Hello everyone, Neo Rashi here. It's this time of the month, so as usual, I'm going to show you all my manga and light novel collection. This month, I have a new total of 1,287 books, so I got 47 books since last video. So as usual, I'm going to start with my smaller shelf, which doesn't have all my light novel, but is made of light novels only, and then I'll go with the other shelves as per usual. So let's start right away with Wandering Witch. Oh, the light is make it. Yeah, okay, that's better. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, volume 1 through 10. I haven't read much light novel this month, so I'm still at volume 5. Little Witch Academia, The Nonsensical Witch and the Country of the Fairies. There's only one volume and I've read it. Adachi and Shimamura, volume 1 through 10. I've read up to volume 7 officially, but I did read all of these 10 unofficially. My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me, volume 1 through 7. I've read up to volume 3. Next is Bloom Into You, regarding Saiki Sayaka. Sorry about that camera move. I've read all 3 of them. Next is Higehiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took a high school runaway. Sorry, volume 1 through 3. I've read volume 1 and 2. Bofuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Volume 1 through 8. I've read up to volume 4. Next is I Want to Hit You Pancreas. I've read it. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, volume 1 through 5. I have read up to volume 3. The Executioner and Her Way of Life, volume... 6 is on the top, but yeah. Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 2. Roll Over and Die, I Will Fight for an Ordinary Life with My Love and Cursed Sword, volume 1 through 4. I've only read volume 1 and 2. I Fell in Love with a Soapland Girl, volume 1 through 3. I've read up to volume 2. Next is Banished from the Hero's Party. I Decided to Live a Quiet Life in the Countryside, volume 1 through 8. I've only read up to volume 2. I'm in Love with the Villainess, volume 1 through 5. The entire collection, I've read up to volume 2 as well. Kuma 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 Bear, volume 1 through 13, including 11.5. I've read up to volume 4. In the Land of Lide, volume 1 through 8. I've read up to volume 2. Alright. So next is going to be one of my shelves with mostly manga. So first, Futari Escape, volume 1 and 2. I've read volume 1. Catch These Hands, volume 1 through 4. The entire collection, I've read up to volume 3. Laid Back Camp, volume 1 through 13. I've read all 13 of them. Secret of the Princess, I haven't read it yet. No, actually, yeah, I did read it. Never mind, it's The Girl in the Arcade, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't started it yet. Azumi-chan is Interested in Lesbian Brothel, volume 1 and 2. I've only read volume 1. New Game, volume 1 through 13, the entire collection. I've read all 13 of them. Yuri Life, No Love, No Life. I have read it, sorry. There's only one volume. The Demon Girl Next Door, volume 1 through 6. I've read up to volume 3. When Will Ayumu Make His Move, volume 1 through 10. I've read up to volume 5 or 6. I never remember, actually. Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie, volume 1 through 12. I've read up to volume 6. Marmalade Boy, volume 1 and 2 through this collector's edition. I've read it. Look Back, there's only one volume, I've read it. K-On! Volume 1 through 4 through this omnibus book, sorry. I haven't read it. Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android? Volume 1, I have read it. These next two are hentai, so I'm never gonna show you the cover, but When Budding Lilies Blossom and Spring Yearning. I haven't read either of them, although if you're interested in Yuri, this one is Yuri, When Budding Lilies Bloom. Alright, so Namekawa-san Won't Take a Licking, volume 1 through 3. I'm actually reading volume 2 right now. The maid I hired recently is Mysterious, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 3. Breasts are my favorite thing in the world, Volume 1 through 6. I'm still stuck at Volume 3. Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volume 1 through 9, the entire collection. I've read all 9 of them. Next is Nun Nun Biori, Volume 1 through 16, the entire collection. I've read all 16 of them. Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 5, through these 2 complete collection books. I've read all 5 of them. Next is Skip and Loafer, Volume 1 through 6. I've read all up to Volume 5. My lovey-dovey wife is a stone cold killer, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 3, and Volume 4 was the last book I got this month. Otaku Hell, Volume 1 through 5. I've read up to Volume 2. Slow Life in Another World, I Wish, Volume 1 through 4. I haven't started the series yet, and I've had Volume 1 for almost 2 years at this point. A Galaxy Next Door, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Monologue Woven for You, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. After Hours, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read only Volume 1. Alter Ego, I haven't read it yet. Teasing Master Takagi-san, Volume 1 through 17, I've read up to Volume 16. Mitsubishi Colors, Volume 1 and 2, I've only read Volume 1. The 100 Girlfriend Who Really Loves You, Volume 1 through 5, I've read only Volume 1. Failed Princesses, the entire collection, Volume 1 through 6, I've read all 6 of them. Kuma 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 Bear, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Igero, after being rejected, I shaved and took a high school runaway, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Imakoi, Now I'm in Love, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 3. How Do We Relationship, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 4. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume, I think it's 5, maybe 4, but 4 or 5. My Cute Little Kitten, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Our Teachers Are Dating, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read all 4 of them. Tamamo-chan's a Fox, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Still Sick, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human, Volume 1 through 5, I've only read Volume 1 and 2. Divine Raiment, Magical Girl, Howling Moon, Volume 1 through 3, I've read the entire collection. After School Bitchcraft, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. If the RPG World at Social Media, Volume 1 and 2, I've only read... I haven't started it yet, sorry. If Witch Then Witch, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read all 3 of them, this is the entire collection. Last Round's Arthur, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, Volume 1 through 7 of the novel, and 1 through 7 of the light novel as well. I've read Volume 1 and 2 for both. Call of the Night, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 4, Idle Dreams, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to, only read Volume 1 actually. Now loading, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. Who Says Warrior Can Be Babes, Volume 1 through 3, I've read Volume 1. NTR Netsuzu Trap, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. Goodbye My Rose Garden, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Drugstore in Another World, The Slow Life of a Cheat Pharmacist, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Anna and Hina After School, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. And finally, after literally 2 years of trying to find Volume 3, Seven Seas is actually re-releasing the entire trilogy, and I plan on buying all 3 of them because although I get Volume 1 brand new, you can see that there's a black mark on Volume 2 because I got it second hand. It's still in really good condition, but I want the re-release because I get a feeling that since it's not a reprint but a re-release, because it's actually up to pre-order, I'm thinking there might be some translation update, like translation fix or something. So I'm definitely getting the entire collection again. Anyway, sorry about that. Next is The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 1 and 2. I've read only Volume 1. Mieruko-chan, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 4. The White Cat's Revenge as plotted from the Dragon King's Lab, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've only read Volume 1. Oreimo, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read only Volume 1 and 2. Eromanga Sensei, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read all 3 of them. Days of Love at Seagull Villa, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. School Zone Girls, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 3. Days on Fest, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. The Golden Sheep, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. The Girl I Like Forgot Their Glasses, Volume 1 and 2. I've read Volume 1. There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover, unless Volume 1. I haven't read it yet. Witch's Love at the End of the World, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection. I've read up to Volume 2. The Eclair series, the colorless Blanche, Bleu, Rouge, Orange. I've read only the colorless one. Next is Restaurant to Another World, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1 and 2. Konohana Kitan, Volume 1 through 11. I've read up to Volume 6. And I forgot that my friend told me Volume 12 is out, so I'm definitely gonna have to buy that. Next is Futaribeya, Volume 1 through 9. I've read all 9 of them. Next is Touring After the Apocalypse, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. Happy Sugar Life, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 9. This is the entire collection, by the way. Happy Sugar Life. Imperfect Girl, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. Next is Our Wonderful Days, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. Even Though We're Adults, Volume 1 through 5. I've read up to Volume 2. Roll Over and Die. I Will Fight for an Ordinary Life with My Love and Cursed Sword, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read up to Volume 1, sorry. Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Atomic Games is Stuff for Mobs, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 1 only. The Tale of the Outcast, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 3. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 1 through 14. I've read up to Volume 9. Little Witch Academia, Volume 1 through 3. I've read all 3 of them. This is the entire collection. Sex Head 120%, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read only Volume 1. Strawberry Fields Once Again, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. Gudere Sora Nagiara, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read only Volume 1 and 2, and this is another series that I've had for 2 years. Alright. Because I bought this series all at the same time. Alright. So next is Doomsday with My Dog. Oh wow, that's really bright. Okay, never mind. Doomsday with My Dog, Volume 1. I haven't read it yet. Living Room Matsunaga-san, Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 7, and yeah, 7 is misplaced. Sorry about that. Girls Last Tour, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection. I've read all 6 of them. Our Summer Love, only 1 volume. I've read it. I think this, I still don't remember the title in English, but I think it's something like words bubble up like soda pop, something like that. No Mots Comme des Bulles, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Whisker Away, Volume 1 through 3, I've read up to Volume 2. Plongée dans la Nuit, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read up to... Oh, no, I haven't started this series yet. Next is Saotome Love and Boxing, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. The 2 of them are pretty much like this, Volume 1 and 2. I've read only Volume 1. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, Volume 1 and 2. Volume 1, 2, and 3, sorry. I've read only Volume 1. This is the manga, by the way, because I also have the light novel. Superwoman in Love, Honey Trap and Rapid Rabbit, Volume 1 through 4. I have read all 4 of them. Mint Chocolate, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to Volume 3. In the Land of Leedale, Volume 1 through 3. I've read up to Volume 1, sorry. Next is Send to Man. I don't know if this series has an English title. I don't think so. Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Pseudo Harem, Volume 1, I've read it. Studio Apartment, Good Lightning, Angel Included, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. My Special One, Volume 1, I've read it. Hello Melancholique, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read. This is the entire collection, but I've only read Volume 1. How Can I Receive, Volume 1 through 10. The entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. And Yet You're So Sweet, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Witch Watch, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read up to Volume 1. Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. This one, I think the title is actually, this one, I know I read Volume 2 recently. Yeah, I have Volume 1 and 1 through 4, but I've read up to Volume 2. I think it shows the English title. Yep. Apparently, the English title is this. You can't see it because the camera won't focus. The more you chew, the sweeter it gets. Apparently, this is the English title. But as you can see, it's in French. Lovely Loveless Romance, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read up to Volume 2. Insomniacs After School, Volume 1 through 7. I've read up to... I've read all 7 of them, actually. Happy Kanako's Killer Live, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 5. The light novel version of The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, Volume 1 through 4. I've only read Volume 1. The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 1 only. Next is... Oh, this one is upside down. Alright. Cette vie près de toi, I don't know the English or Japanese title, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. This one has an English title, Swimming Ace, but it's actually in French. The actual English title is Somersault Turn, I believe, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection, I haven't started yet. A Couple of Cuckoos, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to only Volume 1 actually. Honey Lemon Soda, Volume 1, I've read it. Sakurai-san Wants to Be Noticed, Volume 1 through 3, I've read up to Volume 2. This Summer You Were There, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both of them. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiku, Volume 1 through 10, I've only read up to Volume 4 unofficially, but I have yet to touch these French books. This is I actually forgot I had that one. Corpse Party, Blood Cover, this is the French version, I haven't read it yet. Dreamin' Sun, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't touched it yet. Next is the French version of My Clueless First Friend. You'll see soon why I specify French version. Volume 1 through 9, I've read all 9 of them. Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More, Volume 1 through 4, I've read only Volume 1. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level, Volume 1 through 10, I've read Volume 1. Yuri Espoir, Volume 1 through 3, I've read only Volume 1. I haven't started it yet, sorry. Banished from the Hero's Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside, Volume 1 through 4. I haven't started the series yet, only in light novel format. Alright, only 2 shelves left, which means we're still quiet. Oh wow, I'm really doing it slow today. Alright, so A Silent Voice, Volume 1 through 7. Well, these are all collector's box, so it's all an entire collection. So I'll just say which volume I read. So Silent Voice, I read up to Volume 4. Quintessential Quintuplet, Volume 4 as well. Cells at Work, Volume 1. And Wotakoi, these 5 are double-sized books, so it's actually Volume 1 and 2 that I read. But yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and Volume 6 is only volume 11 actually. And now I have to move my figurines. I actually have to move some stuff for these recording now because I have too much books for the space I have. Alright, so I love you so much, I hate you. There's only one volume, I've read it. Sorry for my familiar, volume 1 through 10. I've read up to volume 3. Gal Gohan, volume 1 through 10, the entire collection. I've read up to volume 4. 5 Seconds Before Witch Falls in Love. There's only one volume, I've read it. My Dress Up Darling, volume 1 through 8. I've read up to volume 2. Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, volume 1 through 3. I've read up to volume 2 actually. Sweet Blue Flowers, volume 1 through 4. I've read up to volume 1 through 8 actually, sorry about that. I've read up to volume 2. Because these two, yeah. Next is The Secret of the Magical Stone, volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I haven't started the series yet, sorry. My Neighbor Seki, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume 3. Neko no Tera no Shion-san, volume 1 through 9, I've read up to volume 5. Black and White Tough Love at the Office, volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Next is Super Cub, volume 1 and 2, I've read volume 1. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 2. Sweetness and Lightning, volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Love Under Arrest or My Boy in Blue, volume 1 through 12, I read up to volume 3 or 4, not 100% sure. I Married My Best Friend to Shut My Parents Up, volume 1. Oh, there's only one volume actually, I haven't read it yet. The Voynich Hotel, volume 1 through 3, I've only read volume 1. A Condition Called Love, volume 1 and 2, I've read both. Adachi Shimamura, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 2. Fly Me to the Moon, volume 1 through 16, I've read up to volume 13. Luminous Blue, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read both. Fiera and Beyond Journey's End, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 4. Vampire Dormitory, volume 1 through 9, I've read up to volume 5. 4 and 5 are reverse, I just noticed. Lovesick Illy, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 4. Next is Whisper Me a Love Song, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 4. Perfect World, volume 1 through 12, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 7. Beauty and the Beast Girl, volume 1 through 9, volume 1 through 9, what the hell am I saying? There's only one volume, I've read it. Secret Girlfriends, volume 1 and 2, I haven't read it yet, though I did read the unofficial translation. Hana no Breath of Flower, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read both. Une si belle couleur, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I haven't read it yet. Octave, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've only read volume 1 and 2. Flowers for Vincent, volume 1, I haven't read it yet. I Got Caught Up in a Hero Summon, but the Other World Was at Peace, volume 1 through 5, I've only read volume 1. Cheeky Brat, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 2. Love in Hell, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I haven't read it yet. Next is Kaguya-sama, Love is War, volume 1 through, I think it's 25? Yeah, 25, I've read up to volume 17. We Never Learned, volume 1 through 21, the entire collection, I've read up to 16. Come Can Communicate, volume 1 through 24, I've read up to, I think it's 19 or 20, I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so we have one shelf left, and then we're done for the month. My Dear Friend Nokotan, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've only read volume 1 and 2. Buffery, Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, volume 1 through 5, I've read up to volume 2. Paradise Residence, volume 1 through 3, I've read up to volume 1 actually, but this one includes volume 0 as well. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume 7. No Matter What You Say, Furisan is Scary, volume 1 through 4, I've read all 4 of them. En Attendant Lundi, volume 1 and 2, I've only read volume 1. Itomi-chan is Shy with Strangers, volume 1 through 5, I've read all 5 of them. Mon coloc est une gameuse, volume 1 through 4, I've only read volume 1. Cross the Mountains, volume 1 through 4, I've only read volume 1 and 2. Country Girl Alice in the Country of the Three-Sided Mirror, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection. I've only read I haven't started the series yet, sorry. Next is The Girl with Sanpaku Eye, Volume 1 through 4, the entire, not the entire collection, sorry, Volume 5 is not out yet, but I've read all 4 of them. Pompo de Cinéphile, Volume 1 through 3, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Don't remember the English title for this, but No Différence Enlacée, Volume 1 through 4, and wow, Volume 1 is like at the bottom for some reason. I've only read Volume 1. Donut Under a Crescent Moon, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read only Volume 1. Ozaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 7. Adabana, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I haven't started the series yet. Inamatsuri, Volume 1 through 17, I've read up to Volume 11. Moving Forward, or Are We 2, Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection, I've only read up to Volume 3. Tomo-chan is a Girl, Volume 1 through 8, the entire collection, I've read all 8 of them. The English version of My Clueless First Friend, Volume 1 and 2, because yes, I decided to get the English version, but since the French version is so much ahead, I decided to kind of keep both versions. I'm actually considering doing this with Insomniacs After School as well. I haven't read the English version though. The Ideal Sponge Alive, Volume 1 through 13, I've read only Volume 1 and 2. Kindred Spirit on the Roof, Volume 1 and 2. These are all omnibus box. So 2, 3 volumes. But this one is only the one I read. So The Girl I Want is Handsome, The Whole Humanity Has Gone Yuri Except for Me, and Count Fujiwara's Suffering are still books that I haven't read yet. Manga Record, Puella Magi Madoka Magica Side Story, Volume 1 through 5, only read Volume 1. Ao-chan Can Study, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started it yet. Same for Agent of My Heart, Volume 1 through 4, I haven't started it yet. Daily Report About My Witch Senpai, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. Gabriel Dropout, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 10. I Can't Believe I Slept With You, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read only Volume 1. I'm in Love with a Villainess, Volume 1 through 4, I've only read Volume 1. Flying Witch, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 9. Rainbow in Black, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Sign of Affection, Volume 1 through 5, I read up all 5 of them. Aho Girl, A Clueless Girl, Volume 1 through 12, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. Shit, I know the English title, but I don't remember it, sorry about that. But Trois Yakuza pour un Otaku, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2, and Volume 8 is out, so I'm definitely gonna get it at some point. Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read only Volume 1 and 2. Rent a Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 18, I've read up to Volume 7, I'm really starting to get late on these. Syrup, A Yuri Anthology, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Starcross, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Yuri Is My Job, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 8. Sayonara Football, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Nishiju, My Ordinary Life, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection-ish. I don't know if Volume 11 is gonna release here, but I've read up to Volume 9. The Danger in My Heart, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 4. By the Grace of the Gods, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 3. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Alina, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've only read Volume 1. Cats and Sugar Bowl, Volume 1. There's only one volume actually, I haven't read it yet. Next is Bloom Into You, Volume 1 through 8. I've read all 8 of them, the entire collection. Frack Time, Volume 1 and 2. And I Want to Hit Your Pancreas, Volume 1 and 2 as well, through these 2 omnibus books. I've read all of them. Kaze-san and Kaze-san in Yamada, Volume 1 through 5 and Volume 1 and 2. I've read the entire original series and only Volume 1 of the sequel series. Condition of Life, the entire trilogy, I've read all 3 of them. If I Could Reach You, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 5, but I did read 6 and 7 unofficially. The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 1 only. My Senpai is Annoying, volume 1 through 9, I've read up to volume 8. Citrus, volume 1 through 10, I've read all 10 of them. And Citrus Plus, volume 1 through 4, I've read all 4 of them. Azumanga Daioh, volume 1 through 4 to this omnibus books, I haven't started it yet. And Farewell to My Altar, volume 1 through... there's only one volume, sorry. I haven't read it yet. Whew, okay. Yeah, so that's it. That's my collection so far. I'm thinking that May is going to be a more quiet month. Except the early, I think the first 2 weeks I'm gonna get a fair number of books. But after that, I think it's gonna be a lot quieter. So don't expect a huge amount of new books, especially since I'm actually saving money because I'm going to get a kitten in about 6 weeks. So I have to stop randomly getting new collections. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.